Hello guys, my name is Luigi and these are the MiXX Streambuds Mini 2. Let's get right into it. These are some of the cheapest headphones I've ever bought and actually used for the last 3 weeks now. And I bought them for the reason to be if they're actually worth the price or if it's worth saving a little bit more and spending a little bit more on some wireless headphones. You can find these headphones, and I've seen these headphones basically being sold at every airport for basically the same price, around 30 to 35 pounds. I bought this off Asda, which is a supermarket shop here in the UK, for 25 pounds, and they are retail on the website of MiXX for 25 pounds as well. So a pretty good price, but does the price live up to the expectations of how good they might be, or does the price is an indication of how okay they might be? The specs on these headphones are nothing amazing, but it has everything you can expect at this price point. The earbuds has 6 hours of playtime. The case gives you an extra 18 hours of playtime, so you have a total of 24 hours within the charging case. The charging case has USB-C, so it can be charged through USB-C as well. And the charging case also have a battery life indicator, which indicates when it's being charged and how much battery life you have left on your headphones and charging case as well. They're also rated for IPX4, which is dust and water resistant, and they also have touch control on the actual earbuds itself. But let's talk about the builds on these headphones. The case and the actual earbuds are built of plastic. The whole thing is built of plastic, which makes them incredibly light, but it also makes them feel like, yes, that they are 25 pounds worth or $30 in this case. The overall build of the headphones is definitely something that you're not going to be amazed by, and it's nothing that's going to surprise you at this price point. They do have the basically design of kind of like AirPods first generation, or the regular AirPods without the silicone tips, and that's just something of personal preference. I just don't like having, or I just don't like not having silicone tips. Doesn't matter the price of them, I just feel that it's uncomfortable, and I cannot really wear them for longer than 60 to 90 minutes. And I think this will be the case if I owned the AirPods, the regular AirPods without the silicone tips, because I do think they just don't fit my ears really well. So that's something that's mostly down to my personal preference than the actual earbuds itself. But something that I did find quite annoying, and I still haven't really figured it out with these earbuds, are the touch controls. So the touch controls are a slight circle, just kind of like at the top of both earbuds, so both sides have the touch control, but it doesn't seem to react to taps or swipes. It seems to react just to kind of touching and holding. I still haven't really figured it out. I know that if you tap and hold for about a second, it stops the music. If I tap once, it kind of volumes up, but it's quite weird and finicky. It's not fully kind of like really responsive. And if you tap and hold on your right ear for longer than 2 seconds, then it skips forward a song. And then it does the same if you tap and hold on the left ear for 2 seconds or longer than 2 seconds, then it skips back a song, or it goes back a song. So that's something that I never figured out, and I really didn't use it after not being able to figure it out, so I just used my phone. Let's talk about the sound, where this is where most people want to know about the earbuds itself. The sound on these headphones are okay. They're actually all right for this price point. They're quite light in a way of like, it doesn't have much bass. So if you're listening to music that have a lot of bass, forget that, because you're not going to really listen to it. And I did find that over the last 3 or 4 days, these headphones are actually enjoyable to listen to interviews, to listen to podcasts, audiobooks, basically listening to human voices having regular conversations, because again, not a lot of people have a very deep voice, so the sounds of people's voices, of certain people's voices, come out quite nicely through these headphones. So I did enjoy them to watch and listen to some podcasts and audiobooks, and kind of while commuting and walking around, or while I'm around my house, because of how light they are. But when it comes to music, they're just not there. Again, you can enjoy them, and you can definitely get something out of them, but if you're listening for kind of like the base of it, just these headphones are not it. And also when it comes to the volume of these headphones, yes, they get fairly loud, but I wouldn't go anything past 70% because they start to get really distorted. I actually kept my headphones down to between 60 to 50%. That was probably the right level before it started to get distorted. Maybe I pushed it to 70%. 70% still okay, but anything above 70% just doesn't sound right, at least not to me. Also, something else that you want to forget with these headphones is that there isn't any sort of noise isolation, and there's no anything kind of like to block any noise out. Again, obviously these are not advertised as noise cancelling headphones, but you know, when you wear some headphones and you put the volume up on music or anything else, you can block out some of the noise. Not with this. These headphones, all the noise comes through, which is actually okay when you're commuting or okay when you're walking about and you still want to listen to the outsides and cars going past and people chatting and stuff like that. But yeah, so there is not really any noise isolation. You can still hear whatever you're hearing through your phone pretty well. So podcasts, music, you can still hear them really well. So it's not like the outside noise is overpowering the music or podcast. But yes, the noise can come through like almost you're not wearing them. It's almost like wearing them in transparency mode, or it's like they have transparency mode on all the time, if you know what I mean. The battery life is quite solid. I think 6 hours of constant playtime on the earbuds and then an extra 18 hours on the charging case is pretty standard for any headphones at any price point. You kind of want to expect more if they're more expensive, but I think every headphone out there right now, wireless headphones, will have this sort of battery life. And again, I haven't really killed them. I don't use them for longer than maybe 90 minutes at a time, 3 times a day, so I haven't been able to fully kill them. But yeah, I would say the battery life is pretty good. If you use them for about 2 to 3 hours a day, you can easily go a full week with no problem. But the real question is, should you buy these headphones at this price point of £25 or $30? I think if you're looking for a very cheap set of headphones, maybe you just want some wireless ones so you can get rid of some of the cables just to use at home, or use while you're working at home and home office, where there's not going to be that much noise and you can kind of like have a walkabout and there's not going to be much things disturbing you or kind of a lot of noise again on the surroundings, then this will be great for that. If you're going to be commuting a lot, if you're going to be working out of coffee shops a lot and you want to kill some of that sound, then these headphones are not for you, and you might want to save a little bit more and spend a little bit more on some better headphones. Again, you probably might not want or need noise cancelling headphones, but maybe some headphones that will have a better noise isolation or isolation of the sounds that you're already hearing. This can also be great for first pair of headphones for a teenager, maybe someone that struggles to look after some pair of headphones. Again, at £25, if you lose one, at least it's not the end of the world. It's not like losing a pair of £250 AirPods. At £25, you can afford a little bit to lose them and be a little bit more careless. So I think this will be great for teenagers, especially if they're moving about, if they're bouncing about and playing around with their friends a lot, then this will be great for that kind of person as well. So again, if you lose them, or if your kid loses them or breaks them or anything, at least you know it's only £25 to recover or substitute instead of £250. This was really hard for me not to compare these headphones to my set of £250 set of AirPods Pro that I have, 2nd generation, because as soon as I put them on, my head was going, well, this is not as good as the AirPods, this is not as good as the AirPods, but obviously they're not going to be anywhere as good as the AirPods Pro or other headphones that I've tried that are much higher price points. Kind of headphones at the moment, they all have different price points, and it's really hard, almost unfair to try and compare any lower tier, let's say even a smaller price point range of £100 to £250. I think nowadays headphones, anything above £200, it's its own level. Anything between £200 and £100, it's its own level as well. Anything between £100 and £50, it's its own level. And then anything between £50 and probably £20, that's not going to find any headphones cheaper than £25 nowadays. When it comes to wireless headphones, it's its own level as well. So you cannot really make that comparison too much. So you have to compare them to something at a similar price, which is something that I'll be doing over the next few weeks. So these are the first set of headphones at £25. I also bought another set of headphones at £30. So very similar price points, which I will be making a review video, and then I'll be making a comparison to which ones are the best. But I'll be making more videos like this with much cheaper and much more accessible pieces of tech, because you never know, I might be able to find a pair of headphones or a phone or a laptop at a much more accessible price point. And if it's good and it surprises me, I can easily recommend it to you guys, and then it makes really cool pieces of tech or really cool gadgets or whatever it is around tech more accessible to you guys, so more people can get hands on tech. That's a plan for the next few weeks. But also, what do you think of the new studio? It's a new setup. I've moved to a new house. I got a room, well, I've always had a room, but I got more of a house now. And yeah, so this is the first video on this part of the house. You will see this setup changing around quite a bit. Not too much in terms of the desk, but maybe it's different things. You'll see some things kind of like upgrading, getting some other bits. And yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you like to see, or let me know what would you like to change, if you would change anything. But that's all from me today, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys on the very next video. See you later. Bye.